YouTube. It is roughly the middle of March. I'm not sure exactly on what the date is, but I just wanted to give it a quick update on onion white rot. And we all know what it is. We get that white powder on the bottom of the onions when we lift them, and they've turned yellow during the growing season. And the advice is don't grow onions for the next 10 years on your plot, which is very demoralizing. And I don't really want to start growing me onions and alliums and leeks in pots if I can help it. It's much nicer to grow them in the ground. I have got some there, some garlic there in a pot. That was because I had some left over. But where I've got me onions and garlic this year, I've not grown onions in the past as far as I'm aware. But the advice is, as I say, don't grow for about 10 years or more. Well, I'm not happy with that, so I've been doing a bit of digging around on the internet, and it seems that I should be able to live with it. And when I say that, if you were to put garlic on your beds, steep it in water, crush it up and steep it in water, and then water it onto your beds, the fungus thinks that it's got a host to attach to, so it starts to grow, and when it finds out there's no onions there, it dies off. And having a look on the internet, some people have had success with this, to the extent of 90% of their alliums have been okay, and even if it was 80 or 70% were okay, I'd be happy to live with that. So I think it's a problem I'm going to learn to live with, and I'm going to make some efforts to try and compensate for that. Now, rather than steeping garlic, crushing it all up and steeping it in water, I've decided to try garlic powder. And this is a 3 kilo tub, and I've got this off Amazon. And my thought is, if I put some of that on every bed that I'm not growing onions in for the next couple of 3 years, and try that, and hopefully it will do what some of the people have said on the internet, that it will reduce your white rot in the allium family. And they still get some, but some of them have reported up to 90% reduction, and that's 9 out of 10 onions that are okay. So that's pretty good. It's a bit like the moles here. I spent ages trying to catch moles, and they've done my head in, but I've learned to live with them now. And if I don't try and catch them and spoil their runs, they just keep the runs that they've built. And it isn't very often I see molehills anymore. So, and to be quite honest, I'm pleased that there's moles in the garden now. It's nice to know that wildlife can live side by side with us. So it's the same principle with the white rot. If I can live alongside it, I'm quite happy. So I've got my little flour shaker, and I've got a little bit of powder in it, and I'm going to spread it on the beds. And also, while I'm doing it, I'm going to put some wood ash on the garden. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, but we've had so much wind, it's not been practical to do it. So I'll go around these beds and put in this garlic on, and I shall bring you back when I've finished. The shaker is just a case of just a little bit of powder around the beds, and wow, you can smell that. That's very pungent. And then I shall just ruffle it in with my hands, and hopefully it might work, but only time will tell. I won't know till next year. But if we don't try these things, we won't know. So I shall bring you back in a second. Now, I was lucky enough to be gifted by Terry King some super soil, and it comes in these 1 gram bags. It's very expensive, so I believe. And there were 6 bags, so I filled this watering can 6 litres of water last night, and it's been in the greenhouse. And I'm going to mix this up, this last bag, mix in it, and then what I want to do is I'm going to try and, if it will stretch that far, I want to water half of each bed with it, and I will water it. I shall, as we look at the beds, I shall water this side on every single bed, and I'll start at that end over there and work my way up towards the hen pens, and then we should be able to see if it makes any difference to the crops, because I plant my crops from that way. If I do just 1/2, then on the whole row we should see if there's a difference. So I shall just mix this up, and I shall water this in. So I've got this on a fine rose, and just so as it can go a little bit further. I don't know if you have to saturate the ground. We have got rain forecast for tonight. I don't know if that does it any good, but there is moisture in the soil. So I'm just doing the 1/2, and I'll bring you back when I've done as much as I can do. So that's the garlic granules and the wood ash and the super soil spread on the plots. I managed to get some super soil on all of them except for the top 2 up there. So this side of every plot has got some super soil on it, and if we can learn to live with white rot, then that's got to be of benefit. I don't mind having some if I only get sort of 80% good onions and 20% bad onions. It's better than trying to grow things in pots. It takes a lot of compost, and it's nicer to grow things in the ground if you can. My next update will probably be wildflowers. It's about time I started sowing those now, but that's for another update. Many thanks for watching. Love all your comments. It is much appreciated. Enjoy your garden, everybody. Take good care. Bye bye.